There's the big yard I gotta mow now. We're down to ten minutes of mowing. I sold off a little mower, the 8.5 horse, which would take me, well, obviously I had it because I was doing a 3/4 acre, or a third of an acre actually, and over time I've slowly de-yarded my yard, covering it with gravel and sand, and I was going to do it anyways to put pavers someday, and I don't have the money for pavers, but the kid does have a small grass allergy, so it does work out. But I'm down to where I've got a small electric, well, battery operated mower, and it still takes about 10-15 minutes. The other mower probably took 5 or 10, and so this is what's left of the yard, so to mow out of a third of an acre. So instead of a half hour to 45-minute mow, I'm down to 5 or 10 minutes, which that was the goal. And someday if I hit the lottery, I might put pavers down anyways, or start them a little at a time like I planned on. I originally was going to put down so many pavers. I figured if I put down 100 pavers a year, the square foot, one by one, and within 5 or 10 years, most of the yard would be done. And at least this way the yard's covered, and I can still add pavers if I want to, but now it's not a priority. If I could go back, I think I would use the sand, because if you ever want to turn it back into grass, it would be easier with the sand. Where the gravel, it's going to take a lot more work to scrape it up someday if you do want that. Or the sand, if you do waterless grass, they can go over the sand, especially with the matting under it. So you can go over the gravel too, but it's probably more coarse on the, if you do the waterless grass, it's probably more coarse, so you probably still have to cover it with something. I checked into it years ago in our other yard, and what they do is they scrape your yard off and they rubberize it, the coating over it. So to me, it'd be pretty similar to almost being done, and that's my more yardscape. And eventually I want to mulch around the shrubs. I decided to use gravel years ago because the mulch kind of dissipates. So probably what I'll do here is I'll do a sand gravel mix with mulch on top to make it look more like a normal yard. That's the goal. So, yardscaping.